When something's going on in our life and we need to make a response, we want clarity, we want confidence that we're making the right response. We want our intuitive guidance. We want to do the right thing. We want to be following our intention and have confidence that's the best decision. But often we have such an impulse just to make a decision, to have the decision made and to get on with it, that we respond and say, I'm just going to go with my gut. I'm just good. This is the right decision. I'm just going to go with what I feel in this moment. I'm going with my gut. And sometimes that isn't really your intuition. Sometimes it's just an impulsive response. So, how do you know? Am I following my gut? Am I truly following my intuitive guidance? Or am I just making an impulsive decision because I want the weight of that decision off my shoulders and I want to just act and do it and have it over with? We all feel that way at times. Maybe you have a conflict with somebody and you're familiar with all the players involved in the conflict, the history of it, all the variables, because when you tap into your intuitive guidance, the more you understand about a situation, the clearer your intuitive guidance can give you direction about is this the best way to proceed or not. And so you perhaps know everything around the history and the people and all that's involved, and you have an idea, and you say, that's it, I'm just going to do that. Well, maybe if you don't take some time to kind of center and hear from your intuitive guidance, is that the best way to proceed? It might be that it's not, that maybe you're kind of putting out something that makes things a little bit worse, but you wouldn't know if you didn't first take a little bit of time and slow down and ask and seek the quiet, calm answer from your intuitive guidance. So if you are in a hurry and it's hard, you can certainly spare 30 seconds or a minute. And if you're familiar with how your intuitive guidance speaks with you, where in your body do you feel it? Do you feel kind of a calm centering that's, kind of, in your gut? Is it calm and quiet and clear and confident? Is it a kind of an expansion of your heart space when you're in touch with your intuitive guidance? There's different ways in which you feel what's right for you. So you can take some time and you can really tune in. Is this idea that you have in your mind about how to proceed, is that really the best way to proceed now? But, and if time is really fast and you don't have time for that quietness, then go ahead and make the best decision you can, put your best intentions forth, and that will work out okay. So I'm not saying it's not going to work out okay. I am just saying that there's a question to always ask yourself, is this really my intuitive guidance or is this my desire to get the pressure off my chest and have action taken and get on with it? I will encourage you that it's always worth your time to take some quiet time, even if you can delay a day or two, so that you can really be in touch with your guidance about how to proceed on something. It will never steer you wrong once you know how your guidance really communicates with you. So cultivate that in yourself and rely upon it. I remember long ago when I was wanting to get my book published that explains the quantum physics of how this energy works, the quantum physics of how it is we get what we want and why our intuition is real. Well, I had no idea actually how to go about getting a book published. That was not in my stratosphere for this kind of a book. I had a publishing house, but it was for professionals and it was a very different kind of publishing genre and pathway. So I didn't know about this kind of pathway. Anyway, I remember I was Googling one day and I was trying to figure out how do I proceed. And this book popped up that a lot of people recommended about entrepreneurs who are wanting to proceed along writing a book and getting it published. And I read that book and that was helpful, but still I didn't know. And then I Googled and up popped this workshop that was for new authors and how to get a book published. And I thought, this is perfect, perfect. This is just what I need. Hay House workshop, and Hay House was a prominent publisher that I really thought was a good fit for my book on top of it. So I'm like, whoa, great. And I went into my quiet time and my guidance, and I had a calm, quiet no. I'm like, no, no. But my intuitive guidance was very clear. No. And then my intuitive guidance was very clear. Not now. So I followed that guidance. And it was very interesting that it was about a year and a half, 2 years later, that I felt a clamoring inside of me to check on this workshop again. And up it pops on the internet search, and I checked with my guidance, and my guidance was very clear. Yes, now. And it turned out great. I got my book published. I learned everything I needed to learn. But it was important that this great idea that I had, and I knew it was a good idea, that I checked with my guidance, because my guidance was clear. Not now. Now, why was that not now? I don't know. But when my guidance said now, it was a good decision. So it's always important, take the time to check with your guidance. And instead of just saying, I'm going to just go with my gut, make sure you're really going with your gut. Make sure you're really tuning in to that intuitive guidance that is a huge, powerful force within you that you can rely upon for getting the answers that you need when you need them.